Hi, this is Sindhuja from MSW department. Today we're going to learn about organizational behavior. So organizational behavior. Generally organization is an entity. It can be a company or an institution that comprises of one or more people and having a particular purpose. Behavior is the range of action that is made by an individual or a group of individuals in a particular environment. That is the way you act or behave in a particular situation. So collectively, organizational behavior, it is the study of how individuals and group of individuals interact within an organization and how these interactions will affect the organizational performance towards achieving its goals. So what is the need to study this organizational behavior is that it helps to understand understand the influence and the interactions of person's behavior so that you can know more about the individual's personality and their behavior, and it also helps to develop a strategies for the management. So in order to learn more about the organizational behavior, you have to know about the models of OB. So there are 5 models of organizational behavior, that is autocratic model, system, collegial, custodial and supportive model. So first is autocratic model. Generally you would have known about autocracy, autocratic leadership. So it is nothing but the ruler or the top management or the authority will have the complete power over the organization. That is, autocratic model is based on the formal authority, strength and power. So if an organization follows an autocratic model, all the decisions, plans, policies, everything will be in the hands of the top management, and the employees below them should just follow the instruction given by them. This model will never consider the opinions of the employees. So the advantages of this model would be the decision making and the work completion will be quick since it doesn't get the opinions of the employees, and the disadvantages would be there will be low employee satisfaction and employee morale because it doesn't considers the employees' opinions and ideas. The next is custodial model. It is very obvious that the main motive or the major motive of the employees coming to work is to earn. So they should get enough pay and they should have a secure job. So this model assumes that the employees would stay longer and work harder if they are getting enough pay. So this model will focus on retaining the talented employees by increasing their motivation and the productivity, but giving them more employee benefits like economic and non-economic benefits. This model will give fair pay, bonuses, paid vacations, rewards, etc., which makes the employees motivated and work towards the organization goal. So the advantages of this model would be the employee will be more satisfied and they will give more contribution to the organization. The disadvantage is that it ignores the employee's psychological factors, and also not every employee will be satisfied with the materialistic benefits alone. They should need proper recognition and appreciation for all that. The next model is supportive model. As the name suggests, the support given to the employees from the top management or the superiors. This model is based on the leadership orientation of management, and it assumes that every employee working in an organization will be self-motivated to some extent, but they need support from the top management as well. So the manager will not only be a dictator in this organization, but also a strong supporter to encourage the employees to do the better performance. The advantages of this model would be that there will be a good relationship between manager and the employees. The harmony and the productivity will be increased. The disadvantages of this model is that employees coming to an organization just to get paid and work will not be best suitable for this model. And the manager should also give more time and efforts for the support. The next model is collegial model. It is nothing but the sharing responsibility among the members in the team. So this model will focus more on the teamwork in an organization. So in this type of model, the organization's manager will work as a team member as well as a manager, and they will help the members to get more motivated and work towards their goals. and the advantages would be the same. The relationship would be good between the managers and the employees, and the disadvantages is that since it is a teamwork, when the members will should not give proper contribution, one person may give more contribution and the other may give a less contribution, so there may be chances of conflict between the members in the team. The last model is system model. So system model talks about the organization structure, culture, environment and the policies. So this model views the organization as a whole system. That is, every members working in the organization should work in the system and works towards the objectives of the system as well. Next is individual behavior. So individual behavior is nothing but the actions, responses, reactions and the way they behave in a particular position. So the need to study about this individual behavior is that it has a great influence on the organizational performance as well. So it is very necessary to learn about the individual behavior. The major factors influencing the individual behavior would be biographical factors like sex, education and age, environmental factors like economical conditions, political condition, cultural values, organizational factors like physical facilities that is available in the organization structure and cultures, leadership styles, the reward system, the pay scales and all that. And the last is psychological factors like personality, perception, attitudes, values and learning. So next we have to learn about the psychological factors. There comes the personality. The personality refers to the ways a person thinks, feels, acts and behave which are unique from others. So every individual will have unique personalities. In the workplace, the personality affects things like motivation, leadership, performance and conflicts. And the people's personality we have to know because the way they behave in an organization plays a major role in their performance as well. So the factors influencing and shaping our personality would be hereditary, culture, family background, our experiences and the people we interact with. These all will shape the personality of an individual. And there are several theories of personalities, but the major ones would be trait theory, psychoanalytic theory, humanistic theory and social learning theory. Trait theory. This theory shows the major 5 personalities of an individual. Those are, first is extrovert, as it is a common word everyone would come across. So extrovert person would be very energetic in nature and they are very expressive. They wanted to express their feelings and they enjoy meeting new peoples. So these kind of person is very good in jobs like marketing, sales and all that. Neurotic, it is characterized by sadness, moodiness and emotional instability. So these kind of people cannot work under jobs which have consistent changes in the job. They have to do a routine job which doesn't contain more changes. And open is who are very creative in nature and they like to experience new things. They wanted to learn many things. So these kind of people will come under open. And the next is agreeable. Agreeable, they show a sign of trust, kindness, comfortability to peoples and they are very inclined to help the others and they are more empathetic in nature. Conscientious people, they plan ahead of time. That is, they have a clear vision of what to do and what not to do, and they also can able to analyze their own behavior, like how it affects others and all that. So every individual working in an organization or even the people you see, they can be categorized into at least any one of them. And the next is psychoanalytic theory. So that it is proposed by a famous psychologist known as Sigmund Freud. So he states that a human personality composed of major 3 elements, that is ego and superego. First, ego. Ego, it drives by a pleasure principle. That is, it strives to immediate gratification of all the desires, needs and wants. It doesn't consider the consequences that comes beyond that. Next is ego. Ego, it is driven by reality principle. That is, it strives to satisfy all the each desire, but more in a realistic and appropriate ways. And the last is superego. It holds all the moral standards and values. It suppresses all the each unnecessary desires and also works to achieve the egos, ego should work in an idealistic standards rather than the realistic principle. Next is humanistic theory. Humanistic theory, it assumes that everyone in the world is full of experiences, and these experiences will shape the reactions that we give to the outer world. Humanistic theory, it is proposed by Carl Rogers, and he divided the self into two categories, that is ideal and real self. The ideal self is nothing but the person you would like to be, that is whom you want to be, how you want to be in future, and the real self is what you actually are. And the last theory is social learning theory. Albert Bandura, he developed this social learning theory, and he believes that the social behavior it is learned through observation and imitating the behavior of others. So the stages in social learning theory would be, first is attention. Attention is nothing but the degree to which you can observe the behavior of others, and the next steps comes under retention. Retention is how well you can remember the behavior that is observed, and the next is reproduction. Reproduction is the ability to perform the observed behavior. The last is motivation. Motivation is the will to continue that behavior that you have been observed. So that's it about the personality that comes under the psychological factors, and the next class will be continued. Thank you.